Caitlin Clark just released a 30-second clip that has the entire WNBA buzzing, and this isn't some ordinary practice highlight. This is the footage that validates everything we've been saying for the past 6 months without a doubt.
So Sue Bird ended up speaking about what Caitlin Clark was doing out there, how she looked, and I think y'all will be pleased after you hear what she had to say.
Sue Bird just gave Caitlin Clark the ultimate stamp of approval. The WNBA legend, 4-time champion, the very player who helped build this league from the ground up, didn't just call Caitlin good or solid. She said she looked phenomenal on day one. After months away from competitive play, let that sink in. But here's where it gets even crazier. While Caitlin is out there making seasoned guards look completely lost, the WNBA is still dragging its feet on CBA negotiations. And now, Caitlin just dropped a reality check that's got league executives sweating. We're about to break down every moment of this footage, what Sue Bird truly meant when she praised Caitlin, and why this 3-day camp just exposed the WNBA's biggest secret. If you're new here, we don't hold back. We tell it like it is. So hit that subscribe button because this one's going to stir up some controversy. Now, picture the scene. Team USA training camp, Durham, December. 12 of the top women's basketball players in the world, all under one roof. The roster reads like a WNBA dream team. Paige Buchers, Angel Reese, Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, and of course, Caitlin Clark. Here's the thing everyone needs to grasp. This isn't just a casual meetup. This is the selection process for the 2026 FIBA World Cup team, the same Team USA that shockingly left Caitlin off the Paris Olympics roster. Yes, that Team USA, a decision that still has fans furious 6 months later. And remember, Caitlin hasn't played a full competitive 5-on-5 game since July. Not August, not September, July. That's 5 straight months without real game action, without live defenders, without full speed situations, just solo workouts and practice sessions. In professional sports, that's basically an eternity. Most players would come back rusty, cautious, feeling out their timing. Not Caitlin Clark. She steps on to day one and looks like she never left, and the footage proves it.
We're talking with Caitlin before. She was saying that she's literally leaned on you as throughout this process and, in general throughout her career. With her getting back on the court, what have you seen from her, again, day one, but what have you seen as she kind of gets reacclimated to basketball?
Yeah, I thought she looked great, right? I mean, here's a player that didn't get to play this summer, all in, didn't get to play a lot of basketball really in the last year plus.
Yeah.
So for this to be the first day back, she looked great. The things that are going to be hard is always the conditioning part. It's really hard to get in basketball shape without playing basketball. So I'm sure that's gonna, come as the camp comes. But she looks great regardless outside of that. And the other thing is like rhythm, right? You got to find your rhythm. And I'm sure everybody saw that one step back in transition she had.
First clip, Caitlin Clark grabs the ball on the wing, one dribble, step back, 3-0 but net, effortless. It's like she's been playing at full speed all season. Her shot mechanics, exactly what we saw in college: high release, perfect rotation, pure splash. Now, check out the coach. Nate Tibbetts is grinning from ear to ear, not the polite good job smile, the genuine can't believe my luck grin. He's setting screens for her, guarding her, completely in the moment, loving every second. And why wouldn't he be? He's coaching Caitlin Clark and Paige Buchers on the same roster. That's a dream scenario for any coach. But this is where Sue Bird's words carry real weight. Sue isn't just another analyst throwing opinions. She's Team USA's assistant coach. She's seen it all in the WNBA. She knows elite when she sees it. She's won every major title in women's basketball. So when Sue says Caitlin looked great, it means something. When she says the rhythm is already there, that's not filler, that's a Hall of Famer recognizing generational talent. Here's exactly what she said. She looked great. The hard part is always conditioning. It's tough to get in basketball shape without playing basketball. Translation: the only question is conditioning, not skill, not shot, not vision, not basketball IQ. Everything else is already elite. Sue added, the other thing is rhythm. You've got to find your rhythm. I'm sure everybody saw that one step back in transition. The rhythm looks great. Pause for a second. Sue Bird just said Caitlin's rhythm is already there after 5 months off. The timing, the feel, the flow on day one. That's insane. Most shooters need weeks to get their rhythm back. Caitlin does it in one practice. That's the difference between a great player and a generational talent. Sue didn't stop there. She emphasized something that should send chills through every other sin. WNBA guard. More than anything, you want all these players to just be around each other off the court, on the court. Chemistry, team bonding, relationships, the intangibles that build champions. According to Sue, it's already there. The energy, the vibe, it's real. That's dangerous. Now, what the clips don't fully show, Caitlin's defensive prowess, her communication, the way she reads plays before they develop. One clip, clean steal, quick hands, perfect footwork. Another, fighting through screens, staying attached to her assignment, directing teammates. The complete package that WNBA defenses feared last season is back. And then there's this. Chelsea Gray misses a shot in a drill. Kelsey Plum misses hers. Both veterans, both champions. Then Caitlin drains hers. Paige Buchers follows. The new Drabigan. Generation delivering while the veterans struggle. The symbolism? Perfect. The internet noticed. Instantly. And you can bet Chelsea and Kelsey are ready to respond on day 2. But here's the twist. While all this on-court excellence is happening, a shadow looms over the tax recruiting tent, the CBA negotiations. Kelsey Plum said it herself, the talks have been disheartening and far from a deal. That's terrifying. If no agreement is reached by January 9th, the 2026 season could be in jeopardy. No games, no playoffs, no finals, nothing. Just when the league is done. Growing, viewership is booming, and mainstream attention is finally here. They could drop the ball entirely. And that's when Caitlin Clark spoke up. Not about basketball, not about highlights. She dropped a statement that hit the league's reality, straight business, straight truth. This was a direct message to everyone involved in the CBA talks. Caitlin said it clearly. This is the biggest CBA negotiation the WNBA has ever seen. And it's not something that can be messed up. Boom. Right from the start, the stakes are crystal clear. Now is not the time for ego, not the time for stubbornness, not the time to let this golden opportunity slip through everyone's fingers. She went on. We're going to fight for everything we deserve, but at the same time, we need to go play basketball. That's what the fans want. That's what all of you want, because you want the product on the floor. That's how you make money. That's how you market. The league. That's what excites the fans. Listen to that. Caitlin just delivered a masterclass in negotiation strategy. Fight for what? You're owed, yes, but don't destroy the league in the process. Don't kill the golden goose. Don't throw away all the momentum the WNBA has built. This offseason, she said no. Why? Because she's focused on one thing, growing the WNBA, elevating women's basketball, building something bigger than herself. That's leadership, that's sacrifice. That's what franchise players do. Meanwhile, the League and Players Association seem to think the clock doesn't matter, that fans will wait forever, that momentum will stick around no matter what. That's fantasy. Sports. Momentum is fragile. It can vanish overnight. Just ask the NHL after a lockout. Ask MLB after the strike. Any league that took fans for granted lost years of traction. The WNBA doesn't have 2 years. They have right now, this moment, this window. Blow it, and it may never come back. Now, back to basketball, because there's one more clip that's sending social media into a frenzy. Paige Buchers sinking a sidestep 3 right over Caitlin Clark. Game-winning shot. Team Gray versus Team White. Paige Buchers nails it. Of course, the Caitlin Clark haters are eating this up, posting it everywhere with captions like Paige owns. Caitlin and Rookie of the Year incoming. Classic internet overreaction, but they're missing the whole point. This is exactly what makes this training camp special. Elite players testing each other, going at it, full throttle. No hand-holding, no mercy, pure, unfiltered competition. That's how championship level teams are built. That's how players elevate their games. Caitlin doesn't need soft competition. She thrives against the best. That's been her story from the start. Big stage, big moment, she rises. So yeah, Paige hitting a tough shot, It doesn't diminish Caitlin, it motivates her to come back. Harder. That's the mindset of champions. And let's be honest, one made three-pointer in a scrimmage doesn't define anything. Caitlin hit multiple threes, created for teammates, played, lockdown defense. The full game is on display, but sure, let's highlight one shot for the memes. Now, let's break down a defensive sequence. Angel Reese gets the ball in the post. Caitlin's off a guarding off ball. Paige sets a pin down screen, but Caitlin fights through it. Jackie Young rotates over. They force a kick out. Defense holds. Textbook team effort communication, awareness, effort, all the things that win championships but rarely make the highlight reels. And Caitlin is at the heart of it. Sue Bird highlighted this too. Team USA isn't just putting together a roster, it's building. Chemistry, trust, and connections. These small moments matter. How players interact, celebrate, coach each other, lift each other up, all of it counts. And it's visible. High fives after plays, helping each other up, encouraging one another. This isn't just a collection of talent, it's a team, forming, and it's incredible to watch. Nate Tibbetts is loving it too. The man can't stop smiling, running sets, teaching concepts, coaching every player, and they're soaking it all in. Young stars, veterans, Olympians, everyone locked in, competing and improving. This is what USA basketball is supposed to be. The country's best coming together, pushing each other, representing place, something bigger than themselves. Yes, that includes Caitlin Clark, the player snubbed from the Paris Olympics roster. A player, arguably more deserving than some who were chosen. That snub still stings, and rightly so, not just for talent reasons, but for the growth of the sport. Caitlin on that team would have been must-watch TV, inspiring young athletes worldwide, boosting the game globally. But the selection committee went safe, prioritizing veterans over potential, experience over excitement, and they paid the price. Viewership was good but not great. Buzz was fine but not historic. Millions of dollars in impact left on the table. Now they have a chance to fix it. The 2026 FIBA World Cup. Caitlin will be stronger, sharper, more polished. If she's left off the roster again, the committee will have no excuses. This training camp proves it. Caitlin Clark belongs not as a gimmick, not for publicity, but as an elite player who elevates every team she touches. Sue Bird sees it. Nate Tibbetts sees it. Her teammates see it. Everyone paying attention sees it. The only question is whether USA basketball will politics and egos interfere, or will they make the obvious choice? If she's excluded again, the backlash will be massive. Olympics level outrage multiplied because now there's undeniable proof, footage, stats, expert recognition. Another thing the practice footage reveals, Caitlin's body looks different. Some fans notice she may have slimmed down a bit since last season. Not to body watch, that's irrelevant, but there's a basketball angle here. Last season, she dealt with soft tissue issues, ear, foot, minor, strains. Some suggest adding muscle too quickly may have contributed. The body needs time to adapt to new weight, movement patterns, and biomechanics. Leaning out could be smart, less. Stress on joints, improved flexibility, better endurance. As long as she keeps her strength and explosiveness, a few pounds lighter won't hurt her game. But of course, practice footage only. Shows so much we're not in the weight room. We're not seeing Caitlin's training metrics. Everything we have is based on how she looks in loose practice gear. So let's not overanalyze her physique. What really matters is performance. And so far, she's performing at an elite level. Another important point, the media access for this training camp has been phenomenal. USA basketball is letting cameras in, posting highlights, conducting interviews, giving fans a behind-the-scenes look at the process. That's smart. That's how you build hype. That's how you market a program. Contrast that with other national teams who lock everything down. No footage, no transparency, just a roster announcement and a good luck. In today's social media world, that approach doesn't work. Fans want content, they want connection, they want to feel like part of the journey. USA basketball gets that, and they're leaning into the Caitlin Clark effect. They know she drives attention, creates buzz, and posting her highlights guarantees millions of views. That's not exploitation, that's smart strategy. and Caitlin is fully on board. She's not hiding, she's not seeking privacy. She embraces the spotlight, understanding her role as the face of women's basketball right now, handling it with grace and maturity beyond her years. This is why Sue Bird's praise carries so much weight. Sue has been the face of the WNBA for Sunty One Himbliss stating, 2 decades. She knows the pressure. She knows what it takes to carry a league on your backs, shoulders, and now she's passing the torch to Caitlin, officially and publicly. When Sue says, Caitlin looks great, she's talking about the complete package, not just basketball skills, but leadership, poise, maturity, and the ability to handle the pressures of being a superstar. Caitlin has all of it. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. The CBA deadline is January 9th, less than 4 weeks away. And according to Kelsey Plum, the sides are still far apart on key issues. That's not just concerning, it's terrifying. The WNBA and the Players Association need to lock themselves in a room and not leave until there's a deal. No posturing, no public statements, no PR. Games. Just negotiate, compromise, find common ground, and save the season. Because if they don't, Caitlin's message will echo forever. This was the moment to secure the future of women's basketball, and it was wasted. History won't be kind to those responsible for that failure. The players deserve better pay, better travel conditions, better marketing, better everything. No one is disputing that, but they also deserve to play, to compete, to showcase their skills. Lockout gives them none of that. It only creates bitterness and lost opportunities. Owners lose money, players lose exposure, fans lose entertainment, everyone loses. So why would anyone risk that? The only explanation is ego. Someone stubbornly believing they can win a public battle. Someone valuing being right over being smart. And Caitlin just called it out publicly, professionally, and firmly. She essentially said, grow up and get the deal done. We have basketball to play, fans to excite, a league to grow. Stop messing. Curs around. That takes courage, especially for a second-year player. Most young players stay quiet on business issues. They let veterans handle it. They don't want controversy. But Caitlin spoke up because she understands the stakes. She cares about the league's future. She's not afraid to. Say what everyone else is thinking. That's leadership. Real leadership. Not authority or seniority. Not veteran status. Just courage, conviction, and a willingness to speak the truth. The WNBA needs more of this from players, from executives, from everyone involved in the 40 game. Let's revisit one highlight because it perfectly sums up everything. Caitlin brings the ball up the court in transition. 2 defenders close in. She pump fakes, steps left, rises, and launches from 30 feet. Swish. That deep logo 3, that audacity, that signature Caitlin Clark. Confidence it's still there, even after 5 months off, after a grueling rookie WNBA season, after every mental and physical hurdle. She still has it. People doubted whether Caitlin could carry that range into the pros. They said, WNBA, defenders would shut her down. They said she'd need to adjust her shot selection. They predicted struggles with the physicality, and yet she proved every one of them wrong. Rookie season, 19 plus points per game, rookie assist record, all-star selection, and arguably rookie of cinnamon. The year, if not for some controversial voting. She silenced the critics and she's just getting started. Watching this training camp footage makes one thing clear. Caitlin Clark is ready. Ready for Team USA. Ready for the WNBA season. Ready for whatever comes next. She's focused, locked in, and motivated. That mindset should terrify anyone in her path. Sue Bird recognizes it. That's why she gave Caitlin such glowing praise. Sue sees killers. She knows greatness when it's unfolding before her eyes. And here's the bigger picture. Caitlin isn't just improving her game. She's evolving as a player, adding layers, studying film, shoring up weaknesses, expanding her toolkit. Defenders thought they figured her out last season. They were wrong. She's always one step ahead. That's the mentality of champions. Never satisfied, never complacent, never content with good enough. Always chasing greatness, always hungry for more. With Paige Buchers entering the WNBA soon, the league's future just got even brighter. 2 generational talents, 2 dynamic playmakers, 2 fierce competitors, whether teammates on Team USA or rivals in the league, it's going to be must-watch basketball. This is what young girls will grow up watching. This is the inspiration for the next generation. And that's why the CBA negotiations matter so much. A lockout doesn't just hurt current players, it risks the league's growth, its momentum, its credibility, and its legacy. Caitlin gets that. That's why she spoke up. That's why she challenged both sides to act. She's thinking beyond herself. She's thinking about the league's future, about legacy, about impact. The WNBA should be grateful for a player like her, someone who cares about the bigger picture, who's willing to sacrifice personal gain for collective success, who understands that expanding the pie benefits everyone, but they also need to listen. They need to take her words seriously. They need to get this deal done. If they don't, it proves they don't deserve a player like Caitlin Clark. It proves they're okay with mediocrity. And that would be the real tragedy, not losing a season, not losing games, but losing trust, losing momentum, losing the faith of fans who just started believing in the product. Here's the message for the league and the Players Association. Get in a room, negotiate, compromise, find common ground, save the season. Otherwise, you'll be proving Caitlin right, valuing ego over progress, stubbornness over strategy. The choice is yours. The clock is ticking. The world is watching. Caitlin Clark just delivered a masterclass in leadership, basketball excellence, and business. Savvy all in one weekend, all while barely breaking a sweat. That's what greatness looks like. Now it's everyone else's turn to rise to the occasion. Can they match it? What do you think? Should the WNBA prioritize getting a deal done over fighting for every last dollar? And should Caitlin Clark be an automatic pick for the 2026 World Cup team? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe because we're just getting started covering the WNBA.